Seconds out, Ayman Khan here with the one and only Barry McGuigan. Barry, we just witnessed a scintillating finish there from Chris Billam-Smith. We're glad to see that Xhoxhaj is okay.
Yes.
But brilliant finish from Chris Billam-Smith.
Yeah, it was a spectacular knockout. When you think about it, that's a knockout of the year right there. He also has the fight of the year with Isaac Chamberlain last time here. And what a fight that was. And I hope it wins fight of the year because it deserves it. So, you know, Chris didn't make it easy for himself. He went unnecessarily gung-ho, took too many shots against a kid that can wallop. We knew he was going to be dangerous early on, but in front of his home crowd, he wanted to set the place alight. And yeah, his knees dipped a few times. It worried us, but you know, the dramatic finish sort of made it all worthwhile. But we expected him to sort of work his way into the fight as opposed to being aggressive from the get-go and walking straight in and having a ding-dong with the guy. Having said all that, it was a spectacular fight, incredible crowd, great way to finish the year. And, you know, now he can get ready for his world title fight because Jay Opetaia wants to come here. You know, there's the opportunity of fighting Goulamarian, and well, I don't think the WBC champion's available, but those two would be great. Either of those would be great. I think Jay Opetaia is probably the most realistic one.
Barry, can that gung-ho nature of Chris Billam-Smith be coached out of him? Because no doubt Shane and yourself will have set up a game plan for him, but he just does he's so unassuming outside the ring, but he just loves to throw hands.
Yeah, he does, and he is not a fool, and he slightly underestimated this guy, and you know, everybody's capable of making that mistake, even the best of us, and he's a world-class fighter. But he did underestimate the guy, and he paid the price for it, and he was hurt. And, you know, that will do the other cruiserweights, you know, top guys that are looking and think, well, if, you know, he can hurt him, I can knock him out. But watch when he fights Jay Opetaia. Watch the difference in Chris. Chris will be so much more switched on. I talked about this being a huge potential banana skin, and he was able to get through it. And, you know, to win in such dramatic fashion was spectacular, but a little unnerving for us.
Barry, you mentioned Jay Opetaia, Goulamarian, another option. There was Richard Riakporhe, an interesting observer at ringside. Should the title fights not be able to make, would you like to see Chris attempt to avenge the defeat to Riakporhe?
Yeah, he will revenge a defeat to Riakporhe. He'll beat Riakporhe next time spectacularly. But you know, he doesn't have a title. He doesn't have anything of significance. And I mean that in the nicest way. He's a nice kid and a good fighter. But the bottom line is we've now reached the stage where we want to fight for a title. No more warm-ups, no more 8-rounders or 10-rounders or anything like that. We want a straight world title fight. And we think that Sky can deliver it.
Barry, moving away from Chris Billam-Smith, Caroline Dubois, not sweet Caroline Dubois, savage Caroline Dubois, as Shane said, she's brilliant, and she's capped off what's been a really good breakout year for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she is such a talented kid, but was always a little bit nervous. But she's getting so confident as you know. You talked about her. Maybe it wasn't you. The last guy talked about her. Her ability to converse and talk and chat. Very smart girl, very bright, funny girl, very intelligent, very articulate. But she's also getting more confident in her ability to fight and get in there and have a war with people. You know, you look at the last couple of fights she's had, and she's knocked everybody out because she just thinks, these girls are not in my league. I don't care that she's never been stopped. I'm just going to wipe her out. That's exactly what she's doing. And she knows that as the standard of opposition gets better, she'll know that she's going to have to box and use her skills and you know, give the opponents the respect that they need. But look, right now this girl is one of the best lightweights in the world. That's our issue, Ayman. We need to get her rounds without throwing her in too deep. But right now she can beat most of the lightweight girls in the world. most.
From one Dubois to another. Daniel was out recently. He got the victory over Kevin Lorena. However, it was tough work of it. And in the aftermath, the doubts came out from the boxing public. What have you made of the doubts of Daniel from the boxing public?
Well, I really don't care what the doubters say. There's always going to be people who will second guess him and sort of shake their head and say, well, no, he'll not be able to beat this guy, he'll not be able to beat that guy. Daniel Dubois can knock out any heavyweight in the world. Tyson Fury, Joe Joyce, Oleksandr Usyk, any of them, if he connects properly. He tore his ACL, 75% of a tear, so he's going to be out for a number of months now. I'm annoyed that the WBA have suddenly said now they want him to fight Usyk. I thought, a short time ago Usyk was going to fight Tyson Fury. So what's going on? So I hope they'll give him the time to allow his injury to recover. And he's making great improvements all the time. Hit on top of the head. Can happen to anybody. Went back, twisted his knee, tore his ACL, and was able to get through that. Came back to the corner. Shane was done a magnificent job in the corner. Said, just wait on him. Don't run forward. Don't walk in. Just wait on him. And he'll walk onto a shot, and that's exactly what he did. Boxed patiently in the second round, got through it, walked him onto a shot in the third, and took him out absolutely spectacularly at the end of the third round. Job done.
Can I ask you to elaborate on your confidence in Daniel Dubois beating Oleksandr Usyk if the fight ever came about?
What I'm saying is, you said to me, Ayman, that there's doubters. Of course there's doubters, and people can think whatever the hell they like. What we know from sparring and from fighting really good kids in the gym, Daniel Dubois can hit, if he hits anybody on the chin, he will knock them out. Anybody. And the big issue, of course, with Oleksandr Usyk is he's hard to nail. But he hits anybody. That's the point I'm making. And so Daniel's not afraid of anybody. If the right opportunity comes along for us, we will take it. We just have to do it cleverly. And you can do things in a half-hearted and silly way, or you can do it intelligently. We like to do things intelligently, Ayman, and that's what we're going to do.